What's going on, guys? This is XQ420 here, and y'all already know what time it is. Another week of 5 things that pissed me off last week. If it's your first time here, don't hesitate to go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Everybody who's been around this channel knows how we get down. We hit the 5 things last week that pissed me off, and we're going to go ahead and dive right into it. Okay, we're going to waste no time. Right here, worst cooks in America winner claims child died from drinking too much water. Now, I made a video a few weeks ago on this couple, Ariel Robertson and her husband, Jerry Robinson. Robinson. I said Robertson first time, Robinson. But they are currently being held on charges of murder of the 3-year-old foster daughter. Now, they're going to come out here and they're going to try to hit me with something talking about she drank too much water. Bud, she didn't drown, okay? When the folks came up there and got her, she got took to the hospital, but she had been beat to death. I mean, when they did the autopsy, it wasn't of a drowning. So, I mean, what kind of poor excuse is this? And I mean, these people are filth anyway. I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you. They're straight up the filth, the scum of the earth. Okay? But this explanation right here is almost as bad. Well, no, it may be worse. It actually is worse, I believe, than the one where Candace Barber said, "Oh, I couldn't have sex with that teenager because I'm too short." It's like, man, that's not an argument. That's not a defense. The child drank too much water. That's not a defense. What do you mean? So you're saying she drowned? No, she just drank too much water. How? Let me know. I mean, maybe somebody's died in the past of drinking too much water. I mean, but use this because they're drowning. You know what I'm saying? But she gonna hit me with this, which is a flat out lie. Now, she came out and she straight up said, oh, she tried to perform the Heimlich maneuver. And look at this right here. Said right there. She believed the child had drowned from drinking too much water. It's like out of a glass. I mean, weren't you sitting there watching? I mean, what were you doing? But she said she tried to perform the Heimlich maneuver thinking she was choking. She pressed on her stomach, which probably caused bruising to the girl's abdomen. Now, look, I don't know if you know anything about when they're drowning, but or when somebody is drowned, but you give the chest compressions, blow in the mouth, and then they spit the water out. So if she had drank too much water, supposedly, and were drowning, then that, in fact, would have been a way to resuscitate. But now, Jerry Robinson, he don't want to, he act like he don't want to be a part of it, but he told him something totally different. He said, Bo, she was in there beating her with a belt, and yeah, that's what I was hearing the whole time. So, and also she had other foster kids as well that actually had been abused as well, but the other foster kids were black. But it just seemed like they just filth as far as parents, as far as foster parents. But of course, he stated that she also used belt, paddle, flip flop, or whatever. Now, like I said, man, I ain't got no problem with chest ties and a child, but I always say let's stick strictly to the booty, okay? The booty, back of the legs. That's what my parents did. It kept me in line. But you talking about over here physically hitting them in the face, hitting them in the chest, stuff like that, that's uncalled for. That's the flat out abuse. So, man, just go ahead and throw them in the slammer and throw away the key. Matter of fact, I mean, look, if we got to go as far as maybe death penalty, I mean, so be it. Because, Bo, when you start taking out children, Bo, that's a whole different, that's a whole different set of circumstances. You know what I'm saying? So this is number 1 on the list of the 5 things that pissed me off last week. Number 2 on the list of the 5 things that pissed me off is John Kerry with some more damn climate change. Can he retire already? Can you hang your coat and jacket up and say you've done all you can for the earth? Bo, you're probably in your 70s or 80s. Man, you ain't got much time left. Go try to enjoy what's left of this COVID-stricken world we got going on. Oh, dang, I said COVID. Coof-stricken world. Be done struck the channel doing that. Gotta be careful with your lingo around this joint. John Kerry declares Earth has 9 years to avoid climate catastrophe. There is no room for BS anymore. The bullshit. Look, but 9 years, what do you know, bub? What's in 9 years? What's that, 2030? Agenda 2030? Just let me know. I mean, your boy's just trying to figure it out. It's an agenda, okay? Now, we want to root it in some in factual statements. Dang, Bo, I messed that up. In factual statements. You keep telling me this and that. Warming, cooling, warming, cooling. Well, damn, man, what do you want us to do, man? You want everybody to stop breathing, stop having kids? We got a carbon footprint ourselves. I mean, come on, man. Stop with the noise and the nonsense. That's all I'm saying. Need a little carbon monoxide out there. Now, look, for years, folks been trying to tell us about oh man, the climate. Now let's go all the way back. I'm just gonna go through a few of these articles. What they say: 1967 Salt Lake Tribune, dire famine forecast by 1975. 1969, unless we are extremely lucky, everyone will disappear in a cloud of blue steam in 20 years. The situation will get worse unless we change our behavior. Let's keep going. 1970, scientists predict new ice age by 21st century. 71, disastrous new ice age coming. 72, warning on global cooling. Now you see they were talking about it getting cold back then. Now we getting warm. 74, space satellites show ice age coming fast. Thank God for the satellites. They can show us something. They can get iced over. Dang, that. 74, another ice age, telling signs everywhere. Since the 1940s, mean global temperatures have dropped 2.7 degrees Fahrenheit. Oh my God. 74 again, ozone depletion, the great peril of life. 76, University of Wisconsin climatologist Stephen Schneider laments about the deaf ear his warnings received, and they still falling on them. 88, Maldives will be completely underwater in 30 years. So much for that. 89, UN official says rising seas to obliterate nations by 2000. Oh well, I can say whatever, and I can still be credited as an expert, even though I'm full of shit. Next one, 89, New York City's West Side Highway underwater by 2019. Oh well, I mean, he lectured in 1988 about some greenhouse effect. 2000, snowfalls are a thing of the past. Ask Texas about that. Guess it ain't snowing there. Our children will not know what snow is. 04, Pentagon tells Bush climate change will destroy us. Britain will be Siberian in less than 20 years. Well, so much for that. 2008, NASA scientists say we're toast. 5 to 10 years. The Arctic will be ice free. Still ice up there. Al Gore's ass. Al Gore warns of ice-free Arctic by 2013. 09. Prince Charles said just 96 months to save the world. Shut up. Price of capitalism. All these rich folk want to talk to me about some capitalism when they rich as hell. Hell yeah, I want to capitalize. I'm PO'd on this one. 09. We have had fewer than 50 days to save our planet from catastrophe. Oh man. Gordon Brown, do you still got a job? Fewer than 50 days. 13, the Arctic will be ice-free in 2 years. Dang, I thought it was supposed to be ice-free back here. Oh, my man, 5 to 10 years. Well, I guess he was right there in that range. So much of that. The release of 50 gigaton of methane pulse. Oh, destabilization. 13, U.S. Navy predicts ice-free Arctic by 2016. Oh, man. Some modeling. It's complex, too. It's so complex, it don't mean shit. We just put numbers in there. And then 14, John Kerry himself. We have 500 days to avoid climate chaos. So, John Kerry, which one is it? How many days is it now, John Kerry? Now, he says right here, but... oh, my God. And we see down there in Texas, it's snowing. And he's right here arguing, oh, man, the chaotic weather events such as a winter freeze has resulted in dozens of deaths in Texas could become the new normal if aggressive steps aren't taken. Oh, take aggressive steps. Man, they already using some wind and solar out there. What all you want them to do? You want to go fully wind and solar? Look, people ain't understood my position. I ain't got no problem with us using a little wind, a little solar power, a little nuclear power. Got no problem with it. But let's not be stupid about this and go fully wind and solar, okay? It's going to cost your ass at the... it's going to cost your ass in the long run, as far as in your walito. Man, right here. the freezing temperatures are directly related to the warming. Boy, the cold's directly related to it getting hot. Man, do what? Look, man, maybe these folks have got some type of higher thinking than I do. Maybe they're talking to some higher being. Maybe there's a being out there I don't know uh, that they're actually speaking to, and it's giving them this epiphany. All right, but when you sit here and tell me that it getting cold is strictly related to it being hot, I'm like, man, you need to go on with that nonsense, okay? I ain't listening to it. So my main question here is how we gonna get China and India, Africa, Mid East, to stop using all the fossil fuels without having to put a bullet in somebody's ass. You know what I'm saying? How you gonna be able to do it? And then on top of that, how you gonna fund the war if you're gonna go to war, or how you gonna fund paying them off? How the hell do we pay for this? That's what I'm trying to figure out. So there it is right there. Number 2 on the list, John Kerry, don't know nothing, all over the board. He got a private jet himself. He got a yacht. And he out there talking about, oh, y'all need to get right. There ain't no more room for the BS. Because 9 years is the Agenda 2030, which is all that's driving me right now. Man, will you be alive in 9 years, John Kerry? Don't nobody know if they'll be alive in 9 years. Number 2 on the list of things that piss me off. And number 3 on the docket is Coca-Cola, okay? I mean, they got to stick their foot out there in the pond. Try to be less white. Coca-Cola hit with backlash over confronting racism training course. Why do we need so much of a training course? Man, Bud, folk act like it's the Jim Crow out there. I mean, what are we doing? You know what I'm saying? Dang, Bo. By you just continuously throwing this in people's face, telling them that they racist, but you could have some people garner some hate that won't even dare before. You know what I'm saying? By continually saying, hey, you're white, so you're bad. You're white, so you're an asshole. You're white, so you're racist. You white, I know your daddy was a slave. Your granddaddy was a slave. Your great granddaddy. Your grandpappy, I know he owned slaves, and that blood still runs warm in you. That slavery blood. That racism blood. The blood of bigotry. Man, stop, man. Dang, Bo, Coca-Cola. Stick to making your ragged drink. The only time I want a Coca-Cola is if I'm getting some Jack Daniels. A Jack and Coke. That's the only time I want a Coca-Cola. Now I might not even want to pour a Coca-Cola with my Jack Daniels. I mean, Jack Daniels honey to be exact. I might not even want it there. Because they out here trying to make sure that all the white people in there be as least white as they can possibly be. Well, get the white out your name. Come on, Coca-Cola. Why you got white on your bottle? Put yellow up there. What about the Asian community? They need some representation too. Put yellow up there. Get white off there. Oh, well, you can see white better on the... I don't care. You said white ain't right. So, I mean, I want you to go full out. Show me how woke you can be. You know what I'm saying? I mean, bud, here it is right here. Slide states, to be less white is to be less oppressive. Because I'm pretty sure there's just a bunch of white people just walking around making sure they give black people as hard a time as they can possibly give them. Be less arrogant. I don't even know what that's supposed to be. There's arrogant people all over the place. It don't matter what color you are. Be less certain. Certain of what? Have plenty of uncertainty in your life, then you know what it feels like to be black. What's that supposed to mean? Man, I ain't living uncertainly. I mean, well, you know what they like to call the uncertain times, because you might have to swing on somebody about a mask. But I'm talking about be less certain. No, be more certain. I don't need you walking around being uncertain about everything you're doing. It makes you in a gray area where I got to keep my eye on you all the time, because I don't know whether you're friend or foe. Be less defensive. Be less ignorant. Bo, I mean, dang, Coca-Cola, you should have told yourself that. Be less ignorant. Be more humble. Listen, believe. Break with apathy. And to break with white solidarity. Oh, my God, man. Coca-Cola. But when folks go to work at Coca-Cola, man, it's about bottling up these damn your product inside of these containers, shipping it to the store, and somebody buying it. It ain't got nothing to do with trying to fight no supposed racism wherever y'all got it at. Do y'all got folks up in there just running folks down, calling them white people at your facility, running folks down, calling them porch monkeys, knickknacks, and all kind of stuff? Man, made me run out of breath out here ranting. Boy, this week, boy, yeah, man, that stuff is brewed up in me. You know what I'm saying? And I done went over the top PO because it's dumb, man. Coca-Cola pulling out the race card. The only card you should be pulling out is the drink card for your Coca-Cola, bud. That's it. Liquid card. That's all I need to hear from you. I don't need to hear nothing from Coca-Cola. Bo, you make a soft drink. That's all we need you to do. We don't need you to go out there and try to make sure that all the white people become less white. Well, you want them to become more black? Is that what you're saying? What does that mean? I mean, damn, man. Everybody's got their own thing going on. But I'm black. I listen to heavy metal. I listen to piano, as long as it's in the minor key. I listen to all kind of stuff. Hell, I sound white, but I'm still black. But I listen to rap too sometimes. I like a little R&B. Can't you be all over the place? Everybody wants you to be less of this, less of that. Kiss my ass. Number 3 on the list. Coca-Cola done pissed me off this week. Number 4 on the docket of things that pissed me off last week is this right here. Now, we all know in Texas, at this very moment, they still in the deep freeze. And they're starting to get back power across the land, but the water still ain't right. Because, but when the water plants are down, I mean, you ain't able to filter that doo-doo water. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but you ain't able to filter the doo-doo water. But this right here, this whole thing, I've been trying to tell people this whole time, folks, just been hiding and bullshitting. You know what I'm saying? Not wanting to go to work because of the coup. All the coup can't, oh man, it's keeping us from doing this and that. No, your lazy ass is keeping you from doing anything. Right here, ERCOT. Now that's the people who check all the facilities, the power plants and stuff. Didn't conduct on-site inspections of power plants to verify winter preparedness. I mean, dang, Bo. I mean, we just cut everything back. Now, from what I'm understanding, they had been warned a few weeks prior. I said, hey, man, there's some winter weather on the way. We letting y'all know. And look, bud, everybody keep telling me about the science. Hey, science. Hey, isn't the weather something like scientific? Why ain't you trust the science? ERCOT? Come on, Texas. Why ain't you send somebody out there to check your generators and stuff? Hey, look, bud, what can happen will happen one day to you. Once in a lifetime comes to meet you every once in a while. Now, what's crazy about this is the fact that they only went to 16% of the facilities. And let me find the exact quote right here for y'all. Here we go. Because of the disease that shall not be named. Now, this should be a no. Because of fear. Because we're lazy. Because we ain't shit. That's what it should be. Bo, this particular thing right here ain't stopped anybody from going to work. Take your ass to work and do what you're supposed to do so stuff doesn't collapse. I done told people about this. You got places that are in poverty and stuff collapsing, children dying of starvation. At least they ain't dying of the coof, right? Shut up. BS, man. Now look at this. Instead of going out there and checking all the facilities like they usually do, instead they conducted virtual tabletop exercises, because that's all we doing now, a bunch of virtual exercises that ain't got nothing to do with the real world. We masking up mannequins and stuff. Ain't did no studies of nothing real. It's just all virtual and all BS. And it's out of, what they do, 94 out of the 600 generating facilities, which is just under 16%. The other generating facilities were not checked. So 500, was that right? 506 facilities were not even checked. And the 94 that were checked, they just did a computer exercise. I don't even know if they really checked anything. And bud, I'm going to tell you right now, but this has cost lives, okay? Hey, everybody keep talking to me about lives. One life is too much. Well, hey, 58 lives, bud. 58 lives gone. That's what I'm saying right now. Hey, extreme cold. Killing folk in their bedroom, in their backyard, vehicles and folks getting carbon monoxide poisoning because they want to sit in their car. They're probably sitting in the garage. That carbon monoxide poison slip up on you. So you see what I'm saying? Bud, the world can't shut down for something that's got 99.84% chance of living from it. Folks don't get it. Man, there's other stuff that can clip you, and then people out there ain't doing their damn job. Been sitting at the house getting paid. Then the grid go down. Folk got their hands up. Man, what happened? Well, we sat on our ass all last year. It's just like California. Oh, man, global warming. It's causing all these fires. No, you did no forest management last year. None. Because it was too dangerous to send somebody to stand outside and get your forest right out there in California. Well, let the shit burn then. You know what I'm saying? Hey, when it burns, just be like, good, this is what we wanted. Because we're nothing, we're nobodies. We're concerned about the wrong things. Number 4 on the list. Doesn't cost folks' lives. The things that piss me off. And last, but certainly not least, of the 5 things that pissed me off last week is this one right here. When I seen this, I was like, boy, we have got a group of pansies walking around this place. Huge amount of lawmakers, staff seeking therapy after the Capitol riot. But y'all need some therapy? Broski. Dang, you act like you had to engage in Mortal Kombat out there. Like you had to slay a person or two. But everybody who died was a Trump supporter. One of them was actually killed by the police there. The other ones died of causes that didn't have anything to do with the rally or the insurrection. Let me get this off the screen. You didn't have to get the fisticuffs going out there. Mitt Romney was up there. Oh man, I was fearing for my life. He running down an empty hallway. It's like, Mitt, shut up. Mitt Romney, one of the biggest bitches out there. Golly, Bo. I mean, is he Republican or not? Don't nobody know. Man, he's conservatively Democrat. What he looks like, far left. Mitt Romney, a punk. Get punked out. Man, but this is stupid. Seeking therapy? Come on now. I mean, now this dude right here, Paul Tewksbury, I don't know if I said his name right, told lawmakers at a Thursday hearing that his office has provided 760 counseling sessions since the events of January the 6th. Oh boy, and he says there have been around 3,000 contacts between his office and the Capitol Hill community in the first half of 2020 because they're just all distraught. But you got a damn fence covering up the whole runway. What are you scared of? But ain't nobody coming back there. They're not going back there, okay? First off, the stuff was staged, man. That's all there is to it. Let's get serious about this thing. That thing out there, flat out paid actors. We just found out the BLM guy who was in there recording when the girl got shot, he in there saying burn them up to the ground. I mean, he's sitting there saying that. CNN, MSNBC done paid him $35,000 a piece for his footage. He went to jail for a little bit and released him, and he made $70,000. Now, what kind of bullshit is that? You see what I'm saying? But it was staged, man. Come on. People out there planting pipe bombs ain't blowing none of them up. Gonna talk to me about this nonsense. Talk about I need some counseling. Damn right you do. Maybe you need to start getting right with God. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Counseling. Oh, boy. I mean, I just don't get it. And, and you got people like AOC. I thought they were going to kill me. Ted Cruz tried to get me murdered. She won't even there. And in this statement right down here, there's a lot of stress and anger going on. We're validating feelings, whatever they are. And that's what Rep. Gerald E. Conley told Capitol Hill newspaper. Interestingly, the people I think who were struggling the most are the people who physically were not there. But how you gonna struggle the most and you won't even there? You won't even close to the scrum, to the scuffle. You ain't even have to think about throwing a blow. You know what I'm saying? I mean, what are we talking about? You talking about grandma walking around there taking pictures? You talking about that few hundred people that looked like they were trying to do something? But that stuff, like I said, man, stage and nonsense. And then you already see, I don't know if y'all seen that recently. They got I think they got 6 people that's under investigation for the Capitol Hill stuff. As far as the police officers, bud, it's man. everybody who was involved, you're going down. You know what I'm saying? Everybody who was involved in staging the thing, hey, you the fall guy. Some folks done committed suicide, supposedly out of the blue. Now you over here, they starting to take out police officers one by one. They'll clip your wings. They'll throw you right to the wolves. They said, "Oh man, do this for us, and trust me, you'll reap the reward." Well, you know what your reward is? It's to it's to become the fall guy. That's your reward. Folk talking about they need some therapy, man. But if some real stuff went down, but man, the majority of folk wouldn't even have no fight in them. They lay down and let the folk take whatever they want to take. Dang, Bo, you have no fight. Ain't got none. Boy, let's pray. Let's pray that nothing ever comes to the U.S. as far as any type of battle or anything. Because we got a lot of folks out there, Bo, they won't even try to protect their own. They might give their own away. I mean, let it save me. Oh, I'll give them away. It's like, dang, Bo, need some therapy. And they won't even there. You need therapy on. So this was the 5 things that pissed me off. Like this, like, man, you see, I was PO'd last week, as y'all can tell. Man, I was way out there. Last week had me feeling some type of way. The whole week, I was feeling it, and the stuff's brewing. Just over time, it just brews, and then you get a blast like you did on this one. I think I was a little bit more aggressive to the cup on this particular episode because that's just how I was feeling last week. That was what I was feeling on the inside. So I want to know what y'all's thoughts are on all these topics. Especially want to know what y'all's thoughts are on this one right here. Folks needing therapy, and they ain't even there. I mean, and the Capitol's got barbed wire fence around the whole thing, and they don't know when they're going to drop it. There's still National Guard out there. What are you scared of? Pansies? Step outside the Capitol. Look outside of it. Ain't nothing happening, man. It's done. It's over. Move on. So I hope y'all enjoyed the video this week. As always, you know what to do. Like, share, subscribe. Click notification bell so you know when I post in the future. Catch you on the next one. Peace out.